The cerebrum takes up majority of your brain. It is the folded outer upper part of your brain. The cerebrum is in charge of most of your basic skills. This part of your brain is divided into 4 lobe-like groups: the frontal lobe for thinking, the parietal lobe for processing senses, the temporal lobe for both smell and sound senses, and finally the occipital lobe used for your sense of sight. The cerebral cortex is found laying the outside of the cerebrum. It is a thin sheet of tissue helping with your memory, attention, perceptual awareness, thought, language, and consciousness. This layering, due to its color, has also been given the name gray matter. The corpus callosum is what divides the brain into 2 pieces, a left and a right. It is located right in the middle of the brain. Without this, the 2 halves would have no way of communicating and your body wouldn't work as one, but 2 separate functions. This miniature brain takes control over your body, over your posture and your balance. This small function ensures that all your muscles are running smoothly and as together as they should be. If you were ever to lose your coordination for movement, it's probably because some type of damage was caused to the cerebellum, located towards the lower backside of your brain. Located in the middle of your brain is the thalamus. This area is shared with your hypothalamus, but it is a little higher up. The thalamus controls the information flowing into the cerebrum. It helps with the more basic of stuff. Located right underneath the thalamus is the hypothalamus. This part of our brain helps us to regulate different patterns in our bodies, such as hunger, thirst, sleep, and even jet lag. The tube-shaped part, also known as the brainstem, is found at the bottom of your brain, connecting to your spinal cord. Divided up into 3 parts, the brainstem works hard to process information such as senses and motors. It helps keep the heart rate, the blood pressure, and the breathing of your body at homeostasis. The final part, the amygdala, is a small bubble-like function found at the point where the corpus callosum and brainstem meet. It is in charge of processing your memory and your emotional reactions. These 8 different functions bring together your brain. As we saw in the video, the Navy SEALs are faced with a lot of situations containing panic and fear. During training, they go through multiple different tasks in order to try to override the panic signs the amygdala is trying to send out to the rest of your body. By learning to control and override the amygdala, the Navy SEALs have a much better chance of remaining calm, therefore being able to think straight and survive in dangerous situations. But how is it possible to override your brain? Your frontal lobe is the control panel for the thinking of your brain. By using self-talk, visualization, breathing, and goal setting before each task helps keep the frontal lobe calm and steady so that you are able to process the situation at hand. The amygdala, however, is in control of your memory and your emotions. By presenting yourself with different surprise attacks during training and practicing how to handle them, your amygdala saves these reactions as muscle memory for use when you next need it. As for the emotions part of your amygdala, by making sure that you have these reactions memorized, controls and keeps your emotions calm so that you don't make any regrettable decisions. I'm a track runner, so knowing these things can help me out a lot before as well as during my meets and practices. During training, completing every single workout every day 100% helps put running into your muscle memory, calming yourself down for when it counts since you know you've been training hard for it. Never slacking off a practice helps boost your confidence level so much for when you're presented with the competitive meet, and it helps you feel so proud of yourself. So when I step up to the line for the beginning of my event, self-talk really helps me to calm down, but I do have to make sure that no negative thoughts come into my head. While getting ready to run, your mind starts going crazy and tries to distract me from the task at hand, so self-talk and a lot of deep breathing, getting more oxygen to the brain, really seem to help me. Once I start running, the other two, visualization and goal setting, really kick in. I like to push myself by goal setting how much distance I have left until I'm done. My goal at the beginning of my race is just to get it done, finish the whole race as strong as possible. 300 meters left, 200 meters, 150. I like to count down in the 400 meter, and I do the same in my 800 meter race. Self-talk is also important during the hardest stretches of my races so that I don't give up, because once I let the toughness of it all get in my head, I slow down and I'm able to finish strong. No matter what you're doing, I think that these 4 tasks are super important, whether taking a test, playing a game, or racing in track. Setting a goal for yourself, breathing, visualizing what you're doing, and talking to yourself through the challenge can help you so much through the difficulty presented in front of you.